Measure power factor in three-phase circuit by using power factor meter and verify the same with voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter readings. Hello everyone, I am Charumati and I will be guiding you throughout this exercise on behalf of NIMI. As we make use of different instruments suitable to the purpose, it is important to know how to measure using various instruments. So in this exercise, we are going to learn to measure the power factor in three-phase circuit using a power factor meter and verify the same with voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter readings. By the end of this exercise, you will be able to connect a single-phase PF meter in three-phase balanced load and read PF. Verify the PF by voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter readings and determine the error, and also to connect the capacitor bank in the three-phase circuit and measure the PF.
Tools or instruments required are single-phase power factor meter, 250 bar 500 volts, 5 bar 10 amperes 1 number. Wattmeter, 250 bar 500 volts, 5 bar 10 amperes, 1500 watts 1 number. MI ammeter, 0 to 5 bar 10 amps ammeter 1 number. MI voltmeter, 300 bar 600 volts 1 number. Insulated combination plier, 200 mm 1 number. Insulated screwdriver, 200 mm 1 number. Equipment or machines required to do this exercise are three-phase induction motor 415 volts to 0.25 kW with loading arrangement, 1 number. Power factor, improving capacitor bank single phase, 250 volts, 50 Hz 1 kV ampere reactive, 1 set. Three-phase lamp load 3 kW 415 volts 50 Hz 1 number. Materials needed are PVC insulated copper cable 2.5 square millimeters 650 volts grade 20 meters. TPIC triple pole ironclad switch 16 amperes 500 volts to numbers. Before moving on to measuring power factor, let us take a quick look at what the term power factor means. The power factor of the transmission line is measured by dividing the product of voltage and current with the power. Make a note that the power factor of the transmission line is continuously changed with time. Hence, it is essential to take a quick reading. The power factor can be lagging, leading or unity. The key factor of differentiation between leading and lagging power factor is that leading power factor is attained when the load current is in the leading position to that of the supply voltage. When the load of the electrical network is capacitive in nature, it generates a leading power factor and it can be corrected by the addition of inductive loads. Whereas, when the current lags behind the supply voltage, the power factor of the circuit is called lagging. If the load is of inductive nature, then it results in lagging power factor, and the correction in the lagging power factor is done by adding capacitive loads. On the other hand, when the phase difference between the alternating current and voltage in a circuit is zero, then the power delivered in the circuit becomes maximum. As a result, the power factor of the circuit becomes unity, that is 1. This power factor in a circuit is known as unity power factor. Power factor cannot be more than unity. Practically, it should be as close to unity as possible. Do you know why the power factor is important in power supply? In electrical power system, power factor is a very important parameter that defines how efficiently electrical power is being utilized by the connected load. Power factor of a system depends on the type of load connected, whether resistive, inductive or capacitive. Lower the power factor, higher is the load current and vice versa. Since power factor is a crucial parameter which affects the efficiency of electrical circuits, correction is quite necessary if the power factor is quite low. Make a note that the value of voltage, current and power is easily determined by the voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter respectively. Now that you have got a clear understanding on power factor and its importance in power supply, it is time to follow the procedure and do the same. Collect the meters and the three-phase lamp load. Note that the lamp load should have equal wattage in all the three phases. Make necessary connections of the meters and load as per circuit diagram. Connect the current coils of wattmeter and PF meter in series with load as shown in the circuit diagram. Switch on the power supply momentarily to observe deflections of all the meters. Keep the switch closed if nothing is abnormal. Equally load all the three phases and note down the meter readings and enter in the table. If power factor meter shows leading power factor meter for inductive load, switch off the supply and interchange current coil connections of the power factor meter and then record the readings. Switch off the power supply. Determine the power factor by using the formula. Power factor is equal to watts into 3 by 3 into E phase into I phase, where W is wattmeter reading or power in one phase. EPH is phase voltage. IPH is phase current, also equal to line current in star connection. Compare the calculated power factor and power factor meter reading and write your observation. Disconnect the lamp load and connect the three-phase induction motor with power factor meter, improving capacitor as shown. Ensure that the range of current coil in wattmeter and power factor meter is well higher than the load current of the connected load. Keep the capacitor switch in off condition. Switch on the power supply and observe the deflection of the meters. Record the meter reading in the table for motor without capacitor and with capacitor. Switch off the power supply and disconnect the connection. Calculate the power factor in each case and compare with the measured power factor meter. Consider the multiplying factor of the wattmeter. The reading of the wattmeter should be multiplied by the multiplying factor to get the actual power. Observe the power factor of each load condition and write your observation. Here we can observe that the power factor can be improved by adding the appropriate value of the capacitor bank with the circuit.
We have come to the end of this lesson. Thus, we have learned to connect a single-phase power factor meter in three-phase balanced load and read the power factor meter and to verify the power factor meter by voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter readings and determine the error. We have also learned to connect the capacitor bank in the three-phase circuit and measure the PF. Hope you have a clear understanding on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you everyone and see you in the next video.